Jai Gurudev. One of the questions that come to me very often is how to get rid of bad habits. Well, the answer is by cultivating good habits. Now let's see, why do we get attracted to addiction or bad habits? It gives us a sense of pleasure, it gives us a sense of freedom. By repeatedly engaging in habits, we seem to derive some pleasure out of it. And that repeated engagement binds us. So habits, in fact, is a bondage, it's not freedom. On the other hand, if we cultivate a little discipline, that discipline brings freedom. Discipline and freedom, they seem contradictory. For example, the soldiers at the borders are very disciplined, therefore the country is free, therefore we can live a very free life inside the country. Similarly, if you have a discipline towards your life, then you'll be free. You need not get addicted to any habits to derive pleasure out of it. So Gurudev beautifully says, three things that can help you come out of habit. One is greed, other is fear, other is love. Greed, if somebody says, I'm going to give you something if you come out of this habit, let's say he's going to give you a car or something, then you definitely agree, okay, definitely I'll break out of the habit. Or if somebody says, look, this habit is causing you very harm, it is affecting your health, it is affecting your productivity. Now, if you continue doing this, then something very bad is going to happen. If somebody instills fear, then also you'll feel, oh, okay, let me come out of this habit. On the other hand, the third thing is love. If you promise somebody that, okay, if you promise somebody you love, it could be your father, it could be a guru, it could be your daughter or anyone, I'll take a vow on my daughter that I will not do this habit again. So love also helps you get out of bad habit. Now in the Bhagavad Gita, they say, Indriyani paranyahu, indriyebhya param manaha, manasastu para buddhi, yo buddhe paratastu saha. Which means, the senses are more stronger than the body. Stronger than the senses is the mind. And stronger than the mind is the intellect, intelligence. So from gross to subtle, as we move from gross to subtle, the subtle aspect within us is much more stronger. So that dictates the term. For example, let's say we are walking down the market. Who is walking? The body is walking. Now here and there we smell some beautiful dishes. Wow, and then your sense organ says, oh, I need that. Let's say it could be a burger, it could be an Indian dish, a bonda or bhaji, whatever. Now your mind says, I want it, because the senses give information to the mind. But the intellect, if you have observed, the intellect says, look, last time you had the same dish and you fell ill. Now if you just look at the way it is designed, if we listen to our intelligence, if we listen to our intellect, which is over the mind, then we can easily get out of our bad habit. So all the bad habits are inside the mind. It's the subconscious mind. It's the pattern, it's the habit, it's our karma. So using intelligence, and the reason why I'm saying about intelligence is, you need intelligence to be disciplined. So once you have a disciplined life, you can slowly come out of bad habit. The next thing is, now you can promise yourself or promise your loved one, okay, today, let's say instead of smoking 10 cigarettes, you will smoke 8 cigarettes today. You will slowly reduce it by 1 or 2. You just don't promise yourself or loved one that, okay, for the rest of your life, I'm not going to smoke cigarettes. That is going to be very hard. Take small baby steps. Even that will help you come out of bad habit. So one thing is using your intelligence, which is over the mind. And second is adopting the discipline. And the third is what Gurudev has said, love, fear and greed. And Gurudev always prefers love over fear and greed. Jai Gurudev.